right, so I was trying to solve a problem a while back. This may be the inappropriate size bottle for this project. This would be more appropriate for a kid's shoe, okay? I have a size 11. For a size 11, it'd be a 1 liter bottle. This is 1 pint, okay, which is 500 milliliters, a half liter. The basic concept is water expands. It's the only substance known to man that expands when it gets cold. Everything else expands when it gets hot. This is why plumbers make all kinds of money in the wintertime when people didn't prep up and insulate their pipes, because water expands when it freezes. So say I have 1 liter of water. This is 500, right? If I have 1 liter of water and it freezes solid, I say liquid water because water has 3 phases: liquid, solid, gas. A lot of people think I'm talking stupid. Well, no, duh, it's liquid water. Well, duh, it comes in 2 other phases too. So 1 liter of water, liquid water, when it's frozen solid, becomes 1.333 liters of water. So 1,300 milliliters, also known as 1,300 cubic centimeters. Okay, so let me show you how this works. So you want to resemble a human foot in the end. So you have bottled water. This is partially frozen. This is sitting out in my truck. You're gonna like try to resemble a human foot. So I'm gonna force a little water out. Let a little air back in to allow for expansion. Now, keeping pressure on it so I can keep a resemblance of a toe right here, a human foot. I gotta leave a little air pocket because otherwise the water is gonna force its way out that cap as it expands. Picture like a rat that died, okay? They have what's called decomposition gases when an animal or a human being dies and it swells up. It's almost like the same concept, but water in another sense, when it freezes solid, it has the capability to destroy concrete for real, because it's expanding with that much force, and people have to go back and jackhammer out that concrete slab, because as it goes in the crevices that the concrete workers put in, it goes in there and freezes solid, and then guess what? You have split concrete going everywhere. And so you're just taking advantage of the forces of nature. Okay, so now I'm gonna mold this into a human foot resembling, but it's not appropriate for me and Big Joe, okay? This is like some kid's shoe. And then when you put this inside the shoe, see how it resembles a human foot? Here's the human toes. So I made a mold. And then, like I was saying, this is inappropriate because I have boat feet and so does Big Joe. And you're gonna take this thing and anywhere that you cannot contact surfaces, you're gonna stuff tight wads of socks. Something like this, but clean. Make sure your shoes are clean before you put them in the freezer, you know what I mean? Because it's just bad to do that and you have food in there and stuff. But anyway, so for example, if this surface wasn't mating with this part, look, basically you want it to have fight. You don't want it to slide in there loose, because think about it. You want it to be constricted, and you like you're fighting to put that bottle in there, okay? And then so I put this sock back here because I know it's going to expand outward this way as it freezes. I kid you not, I've already performed separate experiments with this. If I want extra, look, take these shoelaces if you want, stretch out on the top right here. This is what made me famous on YouTube. I have 1,700 subscribers because of this stupid invention. So you're gonna like crank down these shoelaces real tight, right? So that way when that water expands, it's fighting this upward. You know what I mean? The two forces are like working together to stretch. And I kid you not, if you do this right, like wherever this is not mating or whatever you're trying to stretch, take something like this and ball it in a tight wad. We're all familiar with tight wads, right? Anyway, jam that. It's got to fight you as you go in there. You tie your shoes, and then so this is half the size of what I need it to be for my human foot. This would be appropriate for like a teenager or something. But I don't have a 1 liter bottle laying around. I'm not having the problem this moment. So then you put this in the freezer, both shoes, if you're trying to stretch both of them. Wherever you're having a problem, if you have it rubbing against your pinky toe right here, you can go ahead and just, like for example, you're gonna have something up in here, wherever it's bothering you, particularly, like these socks or something, just buffer it. And even if you have to take this water bottle and go like this, look, take it and put it inside a clean sock, not a dirty sock, and keep going and going until this becomes thicker. It's eventually going to freeze. And this is going to, look, just this bottle by itself, once it freezes solid, there's not going to be any airspace up here because the water has expanded. And then it's turned into like a dead animal, and it's going to swell up to about this proportion. And if you do it right, your shoe will swell up like a dead rat. It's just going to be all puffy and everything, and it'll look like the whole thing's ready to bust anytime. So it's going in the freezer for probably about 24 to 30 hours. Then you're going to pull that shoe out and let it go back to the liquid form again. And then once that happens, you slide the water bottle out. Yeah, there might be some condensation or anything. The reason for the air pocket, because the water can force out that lid and then leave, once it goes back to liquid form, is gonna leave water in your shoe. If that happens for any reason, air your shoe out with a fan or something. But this is a lot better than a Ziploc bag full of water, because look, I can take this and you see any water going anywhere? If I do that with a Ziploc bag, the water's going all over. Kingdom come, I'm done. Thank you.